Well, here's the third of the trio of brilliant constitutional scholars that Doughboy has brought to the table to let us know their opinion on how the Constitution views impeachment. It's a joke. Let's listen in here to this cat here.
Safeguard for the public, we the people, against tyranny of any kind. A people who had overthrown a king were not going to turn around just after securing their independence from corrupt monarchical tyranny and create an office that, like the king, was above the law and could do no wrong. The framers created a chief executive to bring energy to the administration of federal laws, but to be accountable to Congress for treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. The framers' concern about the need to protect against a corrupt president was evident throughout the convention. And here I must thank my prior two friends who have spoken and referred to a North Carolinian, William Davey. I will refer to another North Carolinian in the Constitutional Convention, James Iredell, whom President Washington later appointed to the Supreme Court, assured his fellow delegates the president, quote, is of a very different nature from a monarch. He is to be personally responsible for any abuse of the great trust placed in him, unquote. This brings us, of course, to the crucial question we're here to talk about today, the standard for impeachment. The Constitution defines treason, and the term bribery basically means using office for personal gain, or I should say misusing office for personal gain. And as Professor Feldman pointed out, these terms derive from the British, who understood the class of cases that would be impeachable to refer to political crimes, which included great offenses against the United States, attempts to subvert the Constitution, when the president deviates from his duty or dares to abuse the power invested in him by the people, breaches of the public trust, and serious injuries to the Republic. In his influential essay in the Federalist Papers, Alexander Hamilton declared that impeachable offenses are those offenses which proceed from the misconduct of public men, or in other words, the abuse or violation of some public trust, and relate chiefly to injuries done immediately to the society itself. Several themes emerge from the framers' discussion of the scope of impeachable offenses and impeachment practice. We know that not all impeachable offenses are criminal, and we know that not all felonies are impeachable offenses. We know further that what matters in determining whether particular misconduct constitutes a high crime and misdemeanor is ultimately the context and the gravity of the misconduct in question. After reviewing the evidence that's been made public, I cannot help but conclude that this president has attacked each of the Constitution's safeguards against establishing a monarchy in this country. Both the context and gravity of the president's misconduct are clear. The favor he requested from Ukraine's president was to receive, in exchange for his use of presidential power, Ukraine's of a criminal investigation of a political rival. The investigation was not the important action for the president. The announcement was, because it gets in this country to manipulate the public into casting aside the president's...
I'm going to go ahead and kind of quieten him down there a little bit. I think you're getting the gist. They have cherry-picked some, I guess these people graduated from law school. They're saying they're professors at some law school. You know, there's a deal out there now, you've heard about it, where you buy your degree. I think most everybody that's a lawyer prior to all this has been caught. I don't think Schiff is a damn lawyer. I think he's paid off to Harvard or something to get that degree. These are morons, in my opinion. Absolute morons. East Texas attorney to rip them a new backside.
Look at the second article.
So I'll let you hear what our next boy coming up. He's going to be the conservative side, the sovereign people, the people of the country's representation. We'll see how he does. So this is joke number 2 and of the throwbacks from the 60s Nadler's Circus. Jedi 1.